Welcome, Villain Blitz. This is a confidential and private meeting for guest members only. When we talk about being a guest member of the Villain Blood Committee, what does that mean, guys? Well, I can tell you the number one rule of the Villain Blood Committee is that you're a star. Because that's the first card that came out, is star. What is not a star, my friends? A crybaby. No. That's terrible behavior. And I ask of you, Charles Lee Ray asks of thee, do you want to play in the backseat of my caddy and chop it up with do or die? Do you want to ride in the backseat of my caddy and you talk it up with do or die? Bitch, watch your mouth, don't you fucking step to this. You wanna fuck with me, and I'm just like, bitch, I'm blessed. Every day I wake up and I'm feeling like sunshine. And you over here, you fucking look like a fucking big old wine. Is that what you do with yourself each day? Is that how you get by every fucking lame ass fucking way? Please, motherfucker, step aside. That's what you're gonna be saying to any bitch ass motherfucker with the sweet sound of wine. You're like, we don't drink wine. We don't listen to wine. We don't unwine. We don't know anything about your whiny ass shit. And we ask, Charles Lee Ray asks of thee to not do that because it upsets us. And if you don't want the Charles Lee Ray energy up in your bitch ass whiny shit, shut it down, Linda, doofus. Fuck, exactly. Magician and the reverse is what the fuck is right here in front of my... Oh, yeah, you're not getting nowhere with that behavior. Absolutely fucking absolutely. What are you doing? You see, the thing about badass motherfuckers like that Villain Bloods, we are the last bitches to sit there and listen to dumbass whiny shit. So I'm gonna ask you right now to please stop playing games. If you're out there in the yonder listening to this, Crosswatchers, because when you fuck with the Villain Blood, you piss them off more. They don't listen to you, they're not gonna submit to you, they're gonna see right through your fucking weak ass manipulative shit, and they're gonna lose attraction for you. Facts. So if you want a Villain Blood on your side, which you do, whether you know it or not now, who the fuck else is gonna be there for you when the shit goes down? You think you're freaking old Juvis over here, freaking who follows all the rules and knows every OSHA regulation is gonna come out here with this fucking beat the shit out of anybody in your yard, gonna start some shit? Who the fuck's gonna come out there and do that shit? Villains. Who in the fuck is gonna fucking karate chop the dude in the face when he steals your purse running down the road? Villains. Durr. Superman was probably the thief. I'm sorry, but it's true. How many times have we seen that? Look at the Epstein case. Seriously, let's get to the fucking point here. Truth is, guys, is that the villains, well, we troublemakers, supposedly. You damn fucking A right, don't forget it. Don't even cross us. Don't even look at us. Do not speak our name unless you fucking paid for VIP fucking pass to speak that day. That moment. Shit's temporary. Everything you say and do is temporary and will be held and used against you in court of law. Is that not what they said against us? RCW 4-4 fucking go fuck yourselves. Truth is, guys, we remembered everything they said. We memorized it. We applied it elsewhere. Why would we care about what the fuck you want when you never respected us for a turd's worth of a moment? Not even. We couldn't trust you with a petrified turd, let alone fucking listen to you, take your advice, and give it back to you. Why would we serve you in those ways? Some of you guys have been thinking and feeling as if you just got screwed over, and that nobody ever listened to what you had to say. No, how could we not have listened, honey? You never stopped talking about it. You never stopped drilling it into our face, into our head, into our mind. Some people were drilled that they needed to do this, they needed to do that. So you did. So what did you really get out of all that? You got talked to and you got work ethic. Then you get out into the real world and they're like, you should do this. You should have everything. What do you want to be when you grow up like that? literally, bro, I don't know where the fuck every one of us stands on this whole spectrum, but we all different but the same. There's gonna be times when you feel like you matter more or less. There's gonna be times when you're top of the world. There's gonna be times when shit's just going fucking great. And then it falls apart. Tower moment to a fucking 10 of cups, you know what I mean? Over and over, a roller coaster of journeys. Truth is, we don't get to keep or stay with anything. And that was told to us from the get-go. Why we forgot about it all this time, who cares, who knows what we did? That's really just the point. It's not about, oh, this happened, or this person did this, or fucking, oh my gosh, woe is me. I'm fucking amazing. I made $1 million. I fucking am dead. You know what I mean? Wherever the fuck you at, it's day by day, bro. Facts. Even the most richest bitch, Scarface, went down eventually. Elvis, they all died. Brittany Murphy, I mean, look at all these fucking Marilyn Monroe, I mean, fucking Michael Jackson. But, I mean, look at Macaulay Culkin went down in flames when he fucking broke up with Mila. It's case by case, day by day, and that's fact. Some of us are driven from love. Some of us are driven from money. Some of us are driven from pain. Some of us are driven from happiness. And it will change. Because as you gain wisdom through experience, you will not be able to help that change. And that's what humbling is. And if you're not somebody who can go through experience and see that and be humbled and become more, not less, but more, and give back to the community by saying, yes, bitch, you're gonna go through that, and it's gonna take a fucking year, maybe 2. Shit, I spent 4 years on one death. 4 fucking years of depression. But you know, I'm okay with that, because I mean, I know 4 years is way too long. But it's like I spent a little bit of time on my baby daddy, you know, but we were broke up before he died, you know. And I've realized different things, you know, when you're with whatever it is that you lose, more than not of the time, the more time you spend with anything that you're with or involved in that you lose, the more painful or dramatic it's going to be for you, traumatic. And the less time or the more time you're away from these things, I mean, obviously it's going to be something you hear about. Oh, you know, Wayne died. Oh, fuck, dude, that's crazy. But if you were at Wayne's house every day for the last week and the last year, you're gonna fucking be feeling guilty. Like, how did I not see that coming? So, it's just literally case by case, guys. You know, in my dad's situation, my little brother was the one who was currently spending the most time with him. And you want to know something that's interesting about that? All of the older siblings have actually done what he has been doing with my dad over the last year. We've all actually done all that. We just have had that experience, and for me personally, I hadn't actually partied with my dad in over 17 fucking years. I didn't even know he was into the shit that he was, which is fentanyl. Shit's fucking deadly, man. You know, I remember just damn, I didn't even know. I really fucking, and I could sit here and feel guilt, and I could feel whatever, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna blame myself. I'm not gonna put myself there. I didn't go and, you know, do things that I did with the last 3 bodies, because I do learn from these experiences, and you will too. Don't fucking whine about shit, bro. We have hella shit to do, and I'm gonna tell you right now, in all honesty, every time I stop moving, doing, saying, speaking, using, I feel enough pain overwhelm my entire inside that I could weep tears. Weep! Bro, right now, I literally, and I just wanted to tell you guys that, because I know that I was maybe like having my look done. Maybe a lot of people seem interested in me. Maybe you might look at my profile and think this was this or that. I don't, you know, it is what it is. Everybody has their opinions, but I'll tell you what, I really am hurting. Hurting! And tonight, as I listened to another person try to tell me about what they wanted and they needed, it was saddening, really, but simple. I'm surrounded, just like many of you guys, by people who think they deserve more than what we don't even have already to give. Nobody wants to appreciate, which would be what would refill what we've already given. Appreciation feels given. It's all just appreciation. It's free. It's pure. It's real. And simply just be like, you know what, I'm so fucking grateful for everything you've done. I'm gonna take what you've given, I'm gonna apply it to my life, I'm gonna make this change, and thank you so much. I'm gonna be the change that we wish to see. I'm not just gonna sit here and use and abuse and fucking lose and fucking accuse and fucking just redo and use and just blah blah blah. It's just a cycle for some people. And it's going to be up to you to fucking see that within yourself. And if you find yourself drifting away back to the neverlands of your thoughts, in the middle of moments that are brand new, you're a cycle. And I'm pointing that out tonight. If tonight when we were together and we were making sweet love and I just started weeping over fucking my random ex, or any situation honestly that has nothing to do with anything we're doing, you're for definitely, you're not even fucking, dude, are you kidding me? I hope that one of you at least pays attention to those behaviors and just knows that that person is not healed. They will never be ready for a relationship at this time. And just to be grateful for the moment, and if anything, if you really want to do the best that you can do, just like pay attention to their characteristics and just be like, you know what, this person was behaving like that, put it on your characteristic list of the pay attention to list. You're not determining at this time this person's bad. You're just knowing at this time that basically the universe expects you to be prime, to be pure, to be fucking highly elevated in decision making. And so even if you just bone another person and you're just like, oh, it's whatever, it doesn't matter. It does fucking actually matter, and you have to pay a cost for that. The universe does not allow anybody to make choices cost-free. So everything we do have to actually pay out a debt for the universal fucking time span. And when we realize that something or someone is not actually capable or ready of delivering, we actually are expected to withdraw from the situation, one or the other. One is either smarter at all times than the other. Facts. Every time somebody realizes within anything, hey, this just seems um, just not right. And it does not mean that anybody's wrong. It just, you have to recognize what is ready and what's not ready for elevation. And if you exchange energy with somebody who's on a very low vibration and has addictions that are outside of your own, you can get caught up in those addictions as well. And you can also lose your sight of yourself and the goals that you're currently working on because you're fucking listening and distracted by somebody who's off the side saying some random ass shit that honestly has no fucking, it has no relevance to what the fuck your goals are at this time. And I also want you to pay attention if they ask you what your goals are. Somebody who is very selfish or they have their own needs that they're always just going to be trying to meet, you'll notice right off top what those needs are. Some people are addicted to attention, and so they'll want to post pictures or something all over the internet that are completely inappropriate, and you're just like, what are you doing? We're together. So those ones are attention seekers. Then you have the actual sex addicts, full-blown sex addicts. They'll want to do it as often as most people smoke a cigarette. And this is actually, that's not normal for anybody to want to do it that much, but it's amazing, you know, at first for somebody that doesn't know another person. Sure, it's like, yeah, we had the best weekend, you know, we did it 15 times. But go ahead and spend a little bit more time together, and that's just gonna get old real fucking fast. It's not realistic. So you have the people that can't be responsible with money or priorities. You know, they talk about random shit and they don't fucking have any other bills paid, you know? You have workaholics, you have fucking gamblers, you have drug addicts, you have all these different kinds of people out there available to classify. And we all actually do have similarities with someone in that. And it's like, it's I became a better person personally since I not only went through those experiences, but I've actually talked about them and been truthful. And it's been some of the most shameful stuff I've ever went through. I was very scared to talk to anybody about these things, and I just feel like it's been the most beautiful and empowering information that I've shared so far. So I just want you to know that I appreciate all of you guys for watching this random shit that I do and post. And I couldn't tell you what the fuck life's really ever supposed to be about. But what I do know is that you should just enjoy it while you can, because we're gonna get old hella fast. And so many people, they just spend time pissed off about a breakup. or something they regret. And you age. And before you know it, you're in your 30s and 40s and you start to be doubtful of your youth. You can't function the same. You get some fine lines and some deep wrinkles. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe you're not married. I mean, shit. Probably just ugly as fuck. Every day of the day after that. Me too, we're all gonna get ugly. So the only thing we can really do is remove the mirrors from your house and forbid anybody from bringing them in and meet them with the sword if they cross us. But that'll be later on down the road. Till then, I'd just get yours, dude, like Donkey Kong. Every fucking day you can. You guys pretty soon. You may not even ever, you'll have a frowny face and you'll be like, come on, buddy. Come on, man. You fucking really, you're lucky. You got, cheer up, man. Yeah, that's right. That's a good job, buddy. Oh, no. No. I'm not dealing with that shit, so good luck with your ass if you got Mr. Frowny Face over there. But yeah, I definitely probably try to just enjoy yourself while you can and just know that everything is temporary. And if you're taking things too serious, that, you know, you look bad doing that. I'm sorry, but it's true. Every angry person who's still talking about something from the past, they just seem like somebody that you don't really want to be around that much. So if you're feeling lonely and like nobody wants to kick you, this particular message says, what conversations are you having when people come to visit you? No doubt the conversation choice that you pick. You're bitching about something or someone. If you're bitching about somebody or someone when people come over, they don't appreciate it or want to hear about it anymore. And if you ever had less company, it's because of those reasons right there. They don't like to listen to your ass talk about that dumb shit. I love you. Bye.